You've heard the stories. Someone quits their 9-to-5, opens an OnlyFans account, and is supposedly pulling in six figures within a year. The platform processed USD 7.2 billion in fan payments in 2024 alone. 7.2 billion. So you do what anyone would do? You run the math. There are roughly 4.6 million creators on the platform. 7 billion divided by 4 million. That's almost USD 1,500 a month per creator, right? Sounds decent. Sounds like a real business. Except that number is exactly what the headlines want you to believe, and it has almost nothing to do with what actually lands in a creator's bank account. Here's the real figure. The average OnlyFans creator earns between USD 130 and USD 180 per month. Not per week, not per day, per month. That's less than a Netflix subscription in monthly profit for a job that costs you your privacy, your time, and depending on how far you go, your reputation. But wait, before you close this video, that average is also deeply misleading, and understanding why it's misleading is the entire point of this breakdown. Because inside that USD 7.2 billion, there is a structure, a hierarchy, and once you see it, you'll understand exactly how this business actually works, who wins, who loses, and what it would actually take for you to make it pay. Let's open the books. You create an account. You set a subscription price, let's say USD 15 a month. Someone subscribes. You're thinking $15 in the pocket. Clean, simple, wrong. The first thing that happens when money enters your OnlyFans account is a flat 20% cut taken by the platform. Every single transaction, subscriptions, tips, pay-per-view messages, custom requests, 20% gone, immediately, before you see a penny. That's the deal. It's not buried in fine print. OnlyFans is transparent about it. But here's what people don't really feel until the first payout. It compounds. Say you have 100 subscribers at USD 15 a month, gross USD 1,500. After the 20% platform fee, you walk away with USD 1,200. Then your subscribers use credit cards. The card processor takes another slice, typically embedded in that 20%, but chargebacks come out of your pocket separately. We'll get to that. Compare this to other creator platforms. YouTube takes 45% of ad revenue. Spotify pays fractions of a cent per stream. OnlyFans' 80-20 split is actually generous by the standards of the creator economy. But here's the trap. It creates the illusion that 80% is yours. It's not. Not after everything else hits the P&L. Here's the thing nobody puts in the thumbnail. OnlyFans isn't one economy. It's three completely different businesses living inside the same app. And which one you're in is determined almost entirely before you even create your account. Tier 1. The top 0.01%. These are household names. Creators with massive pre-existing audiences from mainstream media, viral moments, or years of social media presence. They're pulling USD 300,000 or more per month. Some estimates suggest a single creator in this tier can clear over USD 2 million in a month during peak traffic periods. The platform loves them. They're the marketing department. Tier 2, the top 1%. These are real, serious creators running what is genuinely a full-time business. Monthly earnings, USD 18,000 to USD 52,000. They didn't get here by accident. They have a content strategy, a posting schedule, a presence on multiple platforms feeding traffic to OnlyFans, and often a small team managing their DMs and marketing. This is the level people see in documentary interviews and think represents the platform. It doesn't. Tier 3. Top 10%, more realistic, more common. Monthly earnings, roughly USD 1,000 to USD 2,700. This is someone who is consistent, strategic, and spending real hours on this, and clearing what amounts to a modest part-time income, the bottom 70%. This is where reality bites. 70% of active creator accounts make less than USD 200 per month. Many make closer to nothing. Not because they're lazy, because the platform is built on a winner-takes-most algorithm where visibility compounds upward for those already at the top. The top 1% of creators captures roughly 1/3 of all platform revenue. That's not a bug in the system. That's the system. If you're building a business plan around what OnlyFans creators make, you need to be brutally honest about which tier is actually realistic for you before you invest a single dollar. Let's say you're in the top 10%. You're clearing USD 2,000 a month gross. Let's run the full P&L, the one the lifestyle posts on Instagram don't show you. Equipment. A decent camera, ring light, and microphone setup will run you anywhere from USD 500 to USD 3,000 plus upfront. Mid-level creators shooting studio-quality content regularly spend USD 200 to USD 800 per month on gear, maintenance, upgrades, props, and wardrobe. You want production values that compete. That costs real money. Editing and software. If you're doing it yourself, Adobe Creative Cloud runs you about USD 55 a month. If you outsource editing, because you're producing enough volume that you can't handle it alone, you're paying a freelancer anywhere from USD 15 to USD 50 an hour, or a flat monthly retainer. Marketing. This is the cost nobody wants to talk about. Your OnlyFans page doesn't market itself. You're running a presence on Reddit, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, spending hours a day on free promotional traffic. Or you're spending actual money on paid promotions, shoutouts from other creators, or promotional agencies. Traffic doesn't appear from nowhere. You either pay with time or pay with cash. Management agencies. If you get to a point where the volume is too much to handle alone, agencies come in. And they take a 30% to 50% cut of your net earnings in exchange for managing your DMs, marketing, and chargeback disputes. That's on top of the 20% already gone to the platform. Run those together on USD 2,000 gross, platform fee, 20%, USD 400, remaining, USD 1,600 agency fee if applicable, 40% of net. USD 640 equipment plus software plus marketing, USD 300 to USD 600. You're looking at somewhere between USD 360 and USD 700 in actual take-home profit. On USD 2,000 gross, and we haven't even mentioned taxes. This is where a lot of creators genuinely get wrecked. Not because the business failed, but because they treated every dollar that hit their account like income they could spend. OnlyFans does not withhold taxes. You are classified as self-employed. That means two things hit you at once. First, regular federal income tax. Your marginal rate, whatever bracket your total income lands you in. Second, and this is the one people miss, self-employment tax. That's 15.3% off the top for Social Security and Medicare. On a net profit of USD 50,000, that's USD 7,650, gone before income tax even starts. Combined, a creator clearing USD 50,000 in profit can expect to hand over 35% to 40% to the IRS in a typical year. The rule of thumb every creator accountant gives, set aside 25% to 30% of every payment immediately into a separate account, not at the end of the year. Every single payment. Those who skip this step end up with a 5-figure tax bill in April and no reserves to pay it. At that income level, you're also required to file quarterly estimated tax payments or face penalties on top of the bill. The upside, equipment, software, part of your internet bill, home office space, professional fees, all potentially deductible as business expenses. Running this through an LLC or S-Corp structure at higher income levels can further reduce the load, but that itself costs accounting and legal fees to set up and maintain. The math is real. The business is real. And it demands to be treated like one. Here's the risk layer that doesn't show up in any income projection, the one that can take a thriving month and turn it into a negative number. Chargebacks. A subscriber pays for content, receives it, then disputes the charge with their bank. Banks often side with the cardholder by default. When that happens, OnlyFans pulls that money back from your account. The content is already delivered. The money is gone. And if your chargeback rate climbs above 1% of transactions, the platform flags your account, which can mean payout holds or, at the extreme, permanent bans. Platform risk. In 2021, OnlyFans announced it was banning explicit content, then reversed the decision within a week after massive creator backlash. That single announcement caused tens of thousands of creators to immediately lose income and scramble to migrate audiences. The platform changed its mind. But the next time, it might not. Your entire revenue stream lives on infrastructure you don't own and policies you don't control. Income volatility. Unlike a salary, OnlyFans income is irregular. A viral moment can 10x your subscriber count overnight. A bad month, no viral content, algorithm changes, life gets in the way, and revenue drops 40% with no explanation. Planning a personal budget, let alone a business budget, around this income is genuinely difficult without a large cash buffer. These aren't hypotheticals. They're the operational reality of running a business on a third-party platform. Any creator treating this seriously needs to price in that risk. Let's build the realistic version, not the dream, the business. You're a top 10% creator, the achievable success story that takes real work. You have 300 subscribers at an average subscription of $12 a month, plus pay-per-view revenue and tips that add another 30% to your monthly gross. Monthly gross, $4,700. Now the P&L, platform fee, 20%, $940, tax reserve, 30% of net, $1,131 production costs, gear, wardrobe, software, marketing, $600, net monthly take-home, $2,029. That's $24,000 a year, before accounting fees, before any business setup costs. For what is easily 40 to 50 hours of work per week, content creation, shooting, editing, responding to DMs, and running constant promotional activity across multiple platforms, that's not failure. But it's also not the freedom fantasy. It's a grind that pays less per hour than most skilled trades, with no health insurance, no paid vacation, no employer retirement contributions, and full exposure to reputational and legal risk. To reach the top 1%, the $18,000 to $50,000 per month tier, you need one of two things: an existing audience you're converting, or years of compounding effort building one from scratch. Neither is fast, neither is guaranteed. The business model is real. The economics work. But the market is brutally competitive, the income curve is extremely steep, and the hidden costs are substantial enough to cut your effective margin in half before you've paid $1 in tax. So how much does an OnlyFans creator actually make? It depends entirely on which of those three economies you're operating in. Bottom 70%, under $200 a month gross. After platform fees, effectively a hobby with a price tag. Top 10%, $1,000 to $2,700 gross. After costs and taxes, a part-time side income, if you run it like a business. Top 1%, $18,000 to $52,000 gross per month. After costs and taxes, a genuinely profitable operation, but one that runs on infrastructure, strategy, and scale that took years to build. Top 1%, the platform's marketing material, real but statistically irrelevant to any conversation about what most creators experience. The $7.2 billion is real. The $684 million in profit the platform itself kept is real. The 377 million registered fans are real. What's also real? The platform paid out $5.8 billion to creators in 2024, divided across 4.6 million accounts. The median creator's share of that payout was not glamorous. OnlyFans is not a lottery ticket. It's a media business. And like every media business in history, the economics reward those who treat it like one, with a brand, an audience development strategy, a real cost structure, and the patience to compound over time. If you want to own that business, go in with open eyes. The numbers don't lie, but the headlines absolutely do. If you want to see what this kind of income breakdown looks like for a business with actual brick-and-mortar costs, rent, payroll, equipment, franchise fees, we just did the full teardown of what a gas station owner actually pockets after a month of $400,000 in sales. Links right there. The numbers are going to surprise you.